Heidi ho, good neighbors, how are you? As if you haven't seen me enough, last night we had a really awesome charity auction with Russell Allen that I hope keeps going strong for the sake of kids. We raised $1,000 last night, so thank you to all that participated, and God bless every one of you who contributed. Tonight we have two shows. I have another one at 9 o'clock, but today we have a really cool guest who's a creator, and he's got a great project. And honestly, I really think this book looks very, very interesting, and I'm saying that with all sincerity, that it really does look interesting. Sorry, I'm trying to share this out while we talk. So I'm impressed with it. The art looks great. The concept looks great. The character designs look great. And it also just looks like a really good, gritty, romp, action romp kind of story. And it looks really good. So anyway, we're going to get into that. We're going to get into his campaign and like his whole marketing strategy, because he did a really cool video and all these things. And he did this ash can that's for free to give out. And we're going to talk about all of that. So without further ado, my guest today is Chris Elston. Hey, what's going on?
What's going on, man?
How are you?
I'm
just so
good.
you know, if I'm looking down while I'm doing this, it's because I am sharing this out to a bunch of people. So everybody, please share this out. Whoever's here with us, please share it out. Let's give Christopher some love. I keep saying Elston because on Facebook, you're Elston Christopher.
Yeah, because I had, this is like my second Facebook account, because for a while I didn't use it. And my old one was Christopher Elston. Then I did a new one. I didn't realize how many Christopher Elstons are in the world. I thought I was like the only one. That's
how really?
Yeah, so let me just do some. All right, hell, I flipped the name back. So.
Well, if I say Elston first, don't be offended. That's the reason.
Oh, no. It's my name, so.
So, I met you, I don't know what, like maybe 6 months ago on Facebook?
Yeah. I saw it like, I've been following since for your tragedy stuff, and I really like the character. And, and I just like the way you're marketing it. And, yeah, I just reached out, right? I think I reached out to you, started just talking from there.
Yeah. I mean, you've always been friendly with me, and you didn't seem like a weirdo, so.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, so we said, hey, let's talk. Well, you'd be surprised. I have some strange people that'll initiate conversations with me, and I try to be polite and respectful to everyone. So, like, I don't act like a jerk to anybody, but some of them are a little odd, and I just, I'm polite and everything, but I try not to talk too often because it gets a little,
Right.
Anyway, as I digress, I'm just sharing out to a few more groups. Let's get some people in this room. Who's here? Come say hello. No need to be voyeurs. Come say hi. We got some cool stuff to talk about. So, Chris, tell us about Flash Delirium LLC.
Well, let's see. We actually, the company itself, we had it put out this year. Prior to that, we've been doing different things. Like we have more of a film background, and we've been we're here in Richmond, so we've been doing like a lot of like different local stuff with people as far as like short films and whatnot. And like Chaz now, we're first and foremost writers, so we've written like different screenplays and stuff. I actually got one.
Let's back up 1 second. Who's Chaz to the people in the audience?
Oh, that is my co-partner and co-creator of everything we're putting out so far.
Sorry about the train in the background.
It's all good.
Real quick, sorry to cut you off. Sean Chen had said to me recently, because of how loud the LIR is, he said I should have my kids start shaking the camera and have my wife sprinkling like sheetrock above my head all over me when the train comes by. So anyway, I'm sorry to interrupt you. So go ahead. You were saying, you and Chaz.
Yeah, so we did that for a while, but we don't want to do comic books. We just didn't know. It was one of those things we didn't know when we wanted to tackle it, But it got to a point where we had started getting back and actually collecting comic books again, like getting more like hardcore, like a few years ago. And we said, let's just go ahead and start, put some stuff together and get out there. So from there, we just started working off, different little things until we just started writing little projects until we felt comfortable with something we could actually start showing other people. And that's kind of where Pop Singer came into play. And that was originally going to be a short film back about a few years ago. But we thought it was good enough to, kind of like doing comic book form. Yeah, there you go. Amazing artwork by a gentleman named Lil Mate. He's on Facebook. You guys need to check him out. He's a really, really good artist and fast too. But we reached out to him. I sent him the script. He loved the script. And pretty much the next day, we were doing Pop Singer. And it didn't take long to produce. Pop Singer only took about maybe a month and a half, maybe 2 months. But to actually get it released is what took the longest. And that's just because personal life, deciding on what platform we want to put the comic book out on, and still getting, figuring out how the company and all that stuff.
The tough thing about this is, as hard as it is to create a character, the marketing is the hardest part. Getting out there and getting people to see your character, trust in your product, to want to spend their money on it. That is very difficult for us indie creators. Absolutely.
Oh yeah, definitely. And that was what I kind of studied. Now I just kind of looked. I said, you know what? We got time. It's not like there's a deadline tomorrow to put this stuff out,
Right.
I'd rather just kind of like, see what other people are doing. That's why, when I went back on Facebook, I just started, I tried networking people and following people and just, getting in the forums and seeing how to, seeing what books put out, what books were working, which ones weren't. And it's kind of like,
right. And see how they're doing it and how they're getting it right.
Yeah.
Well, that's smart. That's smart, because a lot of people don't know how to market the book, and they'll ask, what did you do, or how do you do this? There are great suggestions, but I don't know if there's a science, because it really boils down to this one thing, and I'm sorry, but this is the truth, and I hope it applies to me. You have to have a character or a story that catches people and interests them, because you can market the hell out of something. If it's something nobody wants, nobody's getting it.
That's exactly right. And things take time. Some things just catch on fast than other things too.
Sure.
I think some people get discouraged, like, oh hell, I mean, sorry, but I got this cool idea.
Hell is the least what you could say on this show.
But they're expecting to be this overnight success. Even Peter Laird and Kevin Eastman, Ninja Turtles took a minute to catch on. Some things just takes time, especially now, because it's a lot easier to do indie books now. But at the same time, there's so many of us out there.
Right.
Certain things get overlooked. So you got to. I think that's really more the challenge now than anything else. There's so much content out there right now.
And the funny thing is, you reach and I don't mean to bring mine, but my campaign, I did very well. I had a lot of people, but that's just a fraction of such a small percentage of how many people are out there. And there are people coming to me now saying, I didn't even know about this campaign. I thought I was sending it all over the place, but Facebook is very strong in their algorithms, and I'm only targeting the same people all the time. So,
Right.
just continually posting isn't doing it. You're not reaching new people. You're hitting the same people, and then they're getting tired of you, So it is very difficult to market, and there are strategies, but patience and long game thinking is the way to go. You have to think long game. This is a long, long game. So exactly. I agree with you.
And business. It's good to have a business sense too.
Right, and have a business sense, but have a business goal that is reachable, attainable, and makes sense. Right. Have time frames of where you want to be at a certain level, but make sure they're realistic. Hey, Nicholas Gear, what's going on? Oh, Dory's here. Hi, Dory. A new friend on Facebook. I'm very glad to meet. They could also want what you have, but if you're not nice, people won't buy from you. That is true, too. And Dory brings up a great point that I mention all the time. People talk about the brand. Well, there's Flash Delirium, the brand. There's Rabbit's Badass Song, the brand. But there's Chris Elston, the brand. If people don't like you, if they don't want to invest in you, they're not going to invest in what you're doing.
Oh, yeah.
And Dory is absolutely right, and I say that all the time, that and that can't be faked. People aren't stupid. They know when you're full of crapola,
Oh, yeah.
and when you're not sincere, and when you're just trying to use them. It has to be something that's genuine, that's sincere. Hey, Joe Ryan.
I agree.
It has to be sincere. And, people wondered how I was successful. Do you want to know why? I invested in other people. I wasn't using people to be customers or fans. I was making friends. And tragedy came later. I never intended to do tragedy. I was just making friends. And they've been very kind and came out and supported. Invest in other people. There are people that they don't want to pledge in your campaign or share your pages out or anything, but they'll be the first one in the DM to say, "Hey, what can you do for me?" That turns people off.
Well, this is the thing with it, and I totally agree with all that. The time it takes just to listen to somebody means a lot, because all the people that's been supportive of me so far, it's been people that I've been cool with. We've just been friends first, and this all the stuff comes later. One of the worst things I've seen, and I continue to see it, that people do, and I think it's intentional. I don't think they know. Is let's use Facebook for example. Their friend requests you, then like 2 minutes later, then their DM talking about, "Hey, check out my Kickstarter." It's not, and it could be a great Kickstarter, but I think that's just I just don't think it's a good way to do it, man. I think you need to get to know somebody first, and then what I'm saying, and if they like it, they'll seek you out.
and that's the thing is, I mean, because then you just look like a door-to-door salesman. You're not investing in that person. I mean, nobody wants to feel like they're being used just to make you money or whatever, and that's what a person tends to feel when you do that. And that's why there's like a decorum of, give it a little time. At least interact with somebody a little while before you start, throwing stuff at them. See if they're okay with you tagging or whatever. It's just, it is a delicate boundary. But anyway, getting to your campaign, and I call it a campaign because you do have a marketing strategy, and I think it's well thought out. It's planned in stages, and I think it's a great idea. Okay. The first thing is what I received in the mail, and I want you to tell us about this part of your marketing promotion.
Okay, well, first, again, like Chastity could have joined us tonight, but she's busy with schoolwork. But that was actually her idea. I did come up with the idea. So, all right, we got to do something we can give people, to try to get them be a little more familiar with us. And again, we are comic collectors first and foremost. We like books, and she's a big Lady Death fan, so she's gotten almost all the ash cans that Brian Polito did for Lady Death. So nice. She said, why don't we kind of do like a booklet / ash can, a promotional piece showing some of Flash, like the pop singer stuff, and in the very back we'll do the rabbit picture, and that way, just for people who like speculating and just for shits and giggles, that would technically be his first appearance. So he's that's what our logic was with it.
Well, and just to show you that first picture, we're going to get into Rabbit's Badass Song, which does look interesting. I have 5 copies of this, and I'm going to be handing out in person a bunch of these tomorrow at a couple of local comic shops. And I think that's important. Everybody, I was telling you this before we went on, everybody thinks you got to make a dime on every damn thing you do. Oh, I can't give away a free piece of art. I can't give away an issue of my comic. I have to make money. Look, nobody wants to lose money. That's a given. But when you're starting from ground zero and you don't have fame and you don't have a big following, like Brian Polito or somebody, for example, the most valuable thing you have is the product being exposed to people. Let them, like an ash can is great because people can read this and see that, oh, the guy knows how to write. The art looks beautiful. I'm interested in what this guy's got to say, and this story's interesting. And then, like you said, when they see Pop Singer, they start to think, oh, he's got Rabbit's Badass Song. Now I'm interested in this because I really liked his writing on Pop Singer. I want to see where this goes. And that's valuable because how much money would you be spending on Facebook promotion? And you're not guaranteed that any of the people, and the people you reach are not guaranteed to buy the book. But that book that cost you, I don't know, $1 to $2.60 to print, depending on its ash can or book, if you give it out to some people and they read it, now they tell their friends about it, and their friends tell their friends, and it kind of spreads. And you get a good reputation for being a good writer and a quality story.
Oh, thanks. Yeah.
And you're actually spending less doing that than if you dumped hundreds on Facebook promotion, which most people just click and like and move on.
Because millions of them. To add to that, the other thing with it in the back, as you can see, we sign a number each of you. There's 100 of them out there, and they're getting dispersed all around the country. We said we wanted to make everything count. Even if it's free, whatever, everything should be, something special for you guys. So when you got that, I think what's that number 30? Yeah, 30 out of 100. I mean, that's the only one. So
right.
And also, hold on to the books because we got an announcement coming soon for whoever has that book. They're getting something else, totally free.
Very cool.
You know, and that'll be something else that only few people have. And again, we are collectors. We love reading books, so we like little knickknacks like that. I think people who actually are fans do too.
Now, the people that receive this book from me, what do you want them to do so they know that you know they have it?
Yeah. Okay, so that's the thing. So there's a couple ways they can do it. Again, we're on Facebook, we're on Instagram. We really use Instagram the most out of everything. It's just an easier platform for the visual stuff. If they have an Instagram, that would be the best way to tag us and like show you got a picture of the book. If not, the most easy way is everybody has an email. Our email is on flashdelirium.com, LLC.com. It's on my Facebook page. It's on my Instagram. So worst case scenario, just email us and show us the picture of the book. And it's important to show us the picture because each one is numbered differently. So we'll know, okay, this is the book they got. And
Right.
we'll get the information and send you something else out. And again, what that next thing will be, we will announce that next week for everybody. So, and I think they will like it. It's something really cool. You know, we put some thought into, and it's something you can put, you know, it's part of your collection from us.
And when you make the announcements, do you do it on Instagram and Facebook or just
Yes.
Facebook?
It'll be on Instagram.
I mean,
and
just
Facebook.
Instagram. Why am I getting blurry? Wow, I never get blurry. All right. Is my audio okay?
Oh yeah, perfect.
Yeah, I'm getting real blurry.
I still can see you though. It's going in and
Okay.
out.
Yeah, it's weird. It must be the reception. Sorry about that. So that's awesome. That's the first part of your marketing campaign. You know, I'm going to hand these out. Those people, like he said, just to reiterate, post it, and first of all, read it. And I'm sure they would love feedback on what you read and what they thought.
Yes.
Post it, tag Flash Delirium LLC, and you will continue to get things. You know, they have other things, promotional materials that they're going to give you if you have one of these books. So that's a great start. Do you want to tell us a little about Pop Singer, and is it available for purchase?
Yeah. So Pop Singer. First of all, in the little booklet, it's like the first like 2 pages, and the other ones are kind of like random pages that are cool. No, we try to give you the money shots, but the whole thing is free on the website. You go to our website down there. You scroll up to like I think it's Store Books. You can see Pop Singer. You read the whole thing for free. You know, it's 18 pages and it's a quick read. It's more visual than anything else. You know, it's got the story obviously, but quick synopsis is pretty much we're horror fans. We're huge horror fans, and we're interested in conspiracy theories. You know, whether they're true or not, they're just fascinating to us. So the whole like Illuminati thing, how they say like all the celebrities are part of this weird secret elite group and crap. We decided to make a story out of that, and it pretty much follows this young female who wants to become a pop singer, and her rise to fame and all this chaos that entails behind it. And the organization responsible for her success are a little more sinister than what they appear to be.
Very cool. That sounds like a very interesting concept.
Oh yeah.
Now, who's the artist on this book? You said you couldn't pronounce the name really well.
Halil Matei. He is
Here we go. Okay.
Yeah, he's in Berlin. Fantastic artist. And I encourage you guys to seek him out. He's on Facebook. He's on Instagram, and he's been doing some books for a while. And we found him on. I forgot what site I found him on, but I saw like 2 pages. You know pretty fast. If this is the artist you want, and I was like, yeah, this is the guy.
Well, he has very edgy lines, which match the horror of that story really well. So I think that's a great choice. And people don't realize as a creator, it's not just picking an artist you can afford or an artist that's talented, because there are a lot of talented artists. They have to fit
exactly
the theme of what you're doing, the style. There has to be that match. So good for you. We're going to share on screen a couple of things, and we're going to start with a really, really cool video that you did that I think is awesome. It's a retro video. There's 2 people here right now. I guess it's dinner time for a lot, but we're hoping some people show up and come in. This is a really fun video, and you should check it out real quick. Talk to you later. I'm live now. maybe they'll come on and watch. So this video is really cool, and it's a great retro video. We're gonna put this up here. We're gonna remove our handsome selves, and we're gonna take a listen.
Rabbit's badass song. Bring the action from the pages of the comic to your home. Now, you and your friends can be the heroes of Lightfield, Mississippi.
Rabbit's here to clean up this town. Don't worry, Snow Bunny's got your back. Watch out, it's the good boys. I got this one, Rabbit. He's not getting out of this sticky situation. Yeah, chicken grease. This one's mine, Bunny.
With new high-top, high-kick action.
We're coming for you, Judge.
Rabbit's badass song. Collect all figures. Figures and accessories not actually sold separately or together anywhere. From Flash Delirium.
So that was great. I like that a lot. I love the retro feel. Tell us the process and the thought behind all that. And by the way, you made those action figures, which I think is awesome.
Thanks, man. Well, again, about that project, I was telling Chad from against, you know what, when we do this thing, and we spent, mind you, like I said, we started doing the comic book, actually seriously doing the comic book thing. Thanks, Joe. Appreciate it. We did it, we started doing the actual comic thing about, a couple of years ago, but the Rabbit story, we had that for years. And there's a whole thing behind where that originated from and where we're going with it. But the toy thing was this. I told us, when we get ready to drop Rabbit, we can't just having cool art is great. Posting on Facebook and Instagram is cool, but to get more exposure, we got to do something else. I said, and we got film background, and that was shot with a great group of people. Like we're so fortunate to have cool friends who are in the movie industry. And I was telling about that idea. I said, no, I want to do a toy commercial. I think I'm 41 years old, so I grew up in that era of toys and stuff. And I said, how fun would it be to do like a retro toy commercial? The toy doesn't exist, but it's enough to get people, at least if they watch the video, that'll get them engaged. If nothing else, they don't have to buy, even if they don't buy the book. Now they know what Rabbit is, and they kind of know about the story a little bit. So that was our thought process behind it. And it took us about a couple months. It took me about a month to make the toys, but the actual production took about a month and a half. So altogether, it's about 3 months to do from process.
See, you have a winning attitude though, in the sense of you're patient. You understand it's a long game. People who expect instant gratification are only letting themselves down. They're going to feel defeated and they're going to quit. You have to understand this is a long game. So good for you. Let's show the graphic here, the cover. I mean this in a positive way. It's a very simple character design and aesthetic, and yet it's not at the same time. Like it's a very interesting character design without being too intricate, and it's caught my attention, to be honest with you. So, without spoilers, what can you tell us about Rabbit's badass song?
So it starts out as a revenge story that pretty much goes into superhero and villain lore, and then it goes a lot further than that. It's the beginning of a giant universe, and Rabbit is a human. It's a mask he wears. That's his girlfriend / partner, Snow Bunny. And they're these badass mercenaries who return to the town of Lightfield, Mississippi to get revenge on something bad that happened to them years and years ago. And that's pretty much set up.
Who came up with the character designs?
All right, so the mask thing, I've always had the idea for the Rabbit mask thing. And so this is the thing, what this all really means. I'm a big fan of very obscure stuff. And I don't know, are you familiar with the Brer Rabbit book back in the day?
Yes, of course.
That's pretty much what this is. This is my, Chasna's interpretation of Brer Rabbit. Now, there's been two versions before this. There's the Disney version.
Right.
That almost next impossible to find. The Ralph Bakshi, he made a version in like the 70s called Street Fight / Coonskin.
Right.
So I've always liked that idea, And you know what I'm saying? Something about just that, you know, and again, like the mask, if you really look at what the mask is, what it represents, it's kind of jacked up. I know
Oh
the
yeah.
behind it. You know what I'm saying? But we took that negative and turned to a positive, you know, and there's a whole in the mask, there is, by the time we get to, I believe it is issue 5 and 6. I think it's issue 5 and 6. We go into the whole what happened, like what was expecting to happen to him, and
Okay.
how the mask got into play. You know, why he wears the mask and why he chose that mask in particular, and why Irene, because his girlfriend's real is Irene Hunt. Why she calls herself So Bunny? Why does he call himself the Rabbit? All of that stuff is told. So pretty much the first 12 issues called Year of the Rabbit. The setup is them going back to Mississippi to get revenge, but you learned the entire origin about these characters in that. So really, this is almost like the prequel. The main story does not take place to the second story arc, but to get to that, you know, you both know you got to get familiarized with the character. People want to know who this guy is. They got to get invested in him before anything else. So the first story is so you guys can get invested and know everything you need to know about this guy.
And why the title His Badass Song?
That's just a play on words. Again, we're big film fans, and I love blaxploitation films. And the first blaxploitation film was Mel Van Peebles' Sweetback's Badass Song. So I just took that.
Cool. Who's the artist here on the book?
Hello, Mate. He's not going anywhere. He
Cool.
really went out. When I talked, because, you know, again, Pop Sing was also a trial for him, too. I want to see what he could do. And once we finished that and I told him, all right, man, I got something else. And I told him the whole show of Rabbit. He loved it. Yeah, I got to do this. And, you know, it takes a year. There's a lot of crazy stuff happened, but it took us a year, you know, to get issue 1 and, you know, the first couple issues under our belts. But we're good to go.
Now, when is issue 1 going to debut?
Issue 1 drops October 8th of this year.
It's 4 days before my birthday. Cool.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I am definitely going to pick up this book. Where is it going to be available? Is it only going to be on your website, FlashDeliriumLLC.com, or will you be on other platforms?
Well, here's the thing. So right now we're doing it's going to be the first issue is a limited print run. Our primary goal is to go on our website. I am currently talking to a few different stores to get some copies into there, because, you know, that would be the best. I really would like to put the book in the stores, because, I mean, shipping for people, that sucks. You know, I mean, shipping, you know it is. Even if you cut corners, shipping, especially overseas. We got quite a few people overseas wanting the book.
Yeah,
so the goal
I've had that problem too.
Yeah, you know, we got to talk about that, you know, one day. But, you know, the goal right now is, obviously, the website's number 1. We're talking to quite a few different stores. I will know more about that in the next couple of weeks. But right now, we definitely, you know, the best way to get is online. And, you know, we'll have updates pretty much up until the official release date.
Very cool. And I do plan on having you back when the book is actually launching, when it's, you know, debuting.
That'd be awesome.
We want to get this out. I really do think it looks very interesting. Now, do you plan on having any variant covers? Because, I mean, even though you're not going to Kickstarter, that's like the big thing is to have variant covers. Or you're just excited and happy, it's going to be this one cover, as is, let's do this.
Yeah, so, again, Chester had a long talk about that. You know, and as many books we buy, we said, we're just going to stick with one cover. If this, again, this is a big if this runs out, you know, we sell out of this over time and there's more demand to get a second print run, there may be a slight difference in that, but we don't plan on doing variants for a while anyway. You know, that could change. As right now, we just want to we want people to buy the book for the book.
Cool.
So.
Very cool. And I agree with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. So everybody, first of all, on the bottom, www.flashdeliriumllc.com. Tell us where we can find you besides there. Where do we find you on Instagram and Facebook?
Okay, well, on Instagram, there's 2 accounts. There's Elston_Christopher. And then, of course, the big one, which I encourage everybody who wants to follow, you know, keep up with things, is go to the Flash Delirium Instagram page, which is Flash_Delirium LLC. And that's pretty much, we got a YouTube page too. But that, I think the link to that is all on our website. So that's another way. If you want to find us on all the other platforms, go to the website, scroll to the bottom, and the icons will be down there.
Very cool. And we're looking at an October 8th debut of the book. But Pop Singer is out right now for horror fans. I am going to be handing my extra copies of this out tomorrow in person at Fourth World Comics and Royal Collectibles. And Derek Riley's here. What's going on, Derek? So, whoever grabs those, make sure you take a picture of yourself with it because they are numbered. All right, they're limited editions. Show everybody. Tag Flash Delirium LLC on Instagram and or Facebook, but preferably Instagram. And you'll be getting some new goodies, another goodie in the mail in like a month if you possess this book. So it's a good marketing campaign. You want to get out there. You want the people to know that you're there. Both books look interesting to me. Thanks. Very interesting to me.
I want to add something else. So we did the toy commercial. Look next week because there's another video coming. We got another one.
Cool. So, is it gonna be a retro or you can't say?
It'll be retro, and that's gonna be kind of something we're gonna do. Like we're always gonna do those things. And again, everything we put out there's an Easter egg in it. We don't, aside from just nostalgia and trying to being hee hee ha ha. There are a lot of subtle things in it, and I think the funniest thing of all is that viral. A lot of people didn't see it yet, but the first viral thing we did was like the glitch of the rabbit symbol nose. If you listen carefully, it's distorted. It tells you story arcs. in the thing. Yeah, and again, there are Easter eggs in the toy commercial, and as people read the book, hello, Glenn, how you doing? They'll see things, and the one next week is a big Easter egg too. A little more subtle, but again, and we're going to keep on going. But there's stuff on the website. If you go on the website and our Instagram page, we're going to start doing these fake news articles of the universe, the Flash Realm universe. So
cool.
There's one for Pop Singer, it's been up forever. But if you look at the articles around it, it talks about stuff in the Rabbit universe. And again, we're going to keep on doing it. I'm telling you, everything we do, it plays off in the long run.
Just for the people that popped in, that's what he means by Rabbit universe. He's not talking about a little bunny. He's talking about Rabbit's badass song.
And
all right, man. We'll be following. I'll be following you and working with you and helping in any way I can. We'll have you back on the show come October to launch the book. I'm not sure what date October 8th is, but we talk all the time, so we'll work out getting you on and getting showing off some art and showing off other things. Comic Noise, what's going on? Thanks for coming in, and we'll do that. Derek, by the way, you can drop links or announcements to your live sale tonight if you like. Joe Ryan, drop your links to what you're doing in your projects. Comic Noise, everybody. It is a standing rule during my live streams. There is no such thing as spamming. As long as it's appropriate, as long as it's comic industry related, you can drop your links and advertise yourself and expose yourself. You know what I mean? It didn't sound right, but in the chat. You're always welcome, and I don't consider it spamming at all. And I always recommend do it, but do it towards the end because it's easier for people to find it than search through if there's 100 comments on any given show in the middle. So, Chris, man, we're going to get you back. We just tried to fit you in a little bit today. I'm sorry. I've been so busy.
No worries,
I added a show yesterday. I'm adding a show tonight. I have a show tomorrow. I'm old and I'm tired.
I bet.
I expose myself. Not that way. I think I just need a little recharge. But yeah, man. I mean, the grind is hard, and I add these shows because I know how hard it is, and I want people to be able to get ahead. And I hate to see people competing when there's enough fandom out there. There's enough people in the world for us all to get, to be able to live our dreams. So we've got to be a community.
Yeah, and have fun. That's number one. If it gets bored, it's not fun anymore, then don't do it.
Then might as well just be working a 9 to 5. Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of people in this business are miserable. It's like, why are you even doing that?
Look at them. Grinding, exposing. What kind of show is this? So look, Chris, best of luck and success. I will be obviously still talking with you. I recommend everybody please follow. It's Elston Christopher on Facebook, Elston_Christopher on Instagram, and there's Flash Delirium LLC on Instagram, as well as here. You can go to the website flashing below, flashdeliriumllc.com. Chris and Chaz are working hard, trying to do, live their dream, put out a great product that people would enjoy, a great story, great characters, and everybody deserves its shot. Just give them a shot. Just give them a chance. What does it hurt you? Get one book and see if you like it. Two things happen. You wind up really liking it, and you've got a new book that you can enjoy looking forward to, especially in a sea of new mainstream crappy books. Or you don't like it and you move on. But let's give people a chance, And if we want the indie scene to grow, and we want better products, and we want better art, and we want better writing, and we want better quality paper, we have to invest in this industry. You have to invest money, period. Like any industry, it needs money to sustain. So maybe forego that $8 Starbucks coffee with them spelling your name wrong and go pick up a $5 book. Yeah, I think the art is great too. It's very edgy. It looks like great sequential storytelling from the pages I see. And again, the aesthetics of the character designs look great.
Yeah. It's also, to add one last thing, it is an ongoing story. The plan is, if everything works out, it's going to keep going. And it's a story that would take me 10 years to finish.
And again, like you said, just enjoy the journey, man. Because if you're looking at the destination, you're passing up all the wonderful scenery on the road, that ride out there, Work hard, but still live every day. That's what I say. But
exactly.
Chris, I will see you on the flip side. We will talk more. I will tell you to help you about international shipping. There is a way to do, Yeah, man, you came in late, Alfie. I'll show them since you came in late, because you're the man. But we've been on for 38 minutes, so hang on. This is the cover, and that train. I apologize, I can't do anything about that. Here are some of the interiors. I mean, nice rendering, man. That he did here. Did he do the inks as well?
Yeah, it's all traditional,
and it's just very gritty, and it matches the tone of what you're going for here. There's the character design once again. Steve Garcia's here. What's up, buddy? Happy belated birthday there, Prince. So I like the character design, and as Christopher said, they will get into the story later on about the point of the masks and their code names, so to speak, their pseudonyms. And yeah, man, really dark. The whole black and grays. I agree. It's really interesting. But the contrast that you didn't notice is her. Beautiful, colorful redhead woman is the contrast to all this grittiness. I find that very interesting. I mean, just, look at the softness of this design, and then look at this dude. There's artistry in there. This is a well thought out book. I've been speaking to Chris for a while, and I can vouch for the fact. I mean, I haven't read the book yet, but I can vouch for this fact. Chris is passionate. Chris cares. Chris wants to put out a good story. He doesn't want to make a buck. I mean, if that happens, it's fantastic. But he just wants to be able to share his world and his universe with everybody. And that I can attest to. So again, these are numbered and limited. They're ash cans to the first book he did, Pop Singer. And it's really interesting. If you like horror, this will be an interesting book. It basically goes into real quick. Give us another rundown on Pop Singer. I'll let you do it.
It's just about the Illuminati and how a young woman gets, becomes like this famous pop singer, and you find out her success is due because of a very sinister organization and pretty much her downward spiral.
Very cool. So I'm going to be handing a few of these out tomorrow at a Fourth World to some random people that I meet and Royal Collectibles. And if you get this book, you should take a picture of you holding it, showing the number. They're limited to 100. And tag Flash Delirium and or Cristopher Elston or Elston_Christopher. And they're going to send you something else in the mail if you have this book. And I've got one, so na. So very cool. They just want you to give it a shot. And I really think you should. It looks interesting to me. I'm going to pick up the book as soon as it's out. And I'm going to check out Pop Singer, which is free on the website.
Yep, check it out.
So, again, they're giving it away for free so you could see that he knows how to write. That's confidence right there. FlashDeliriumLLC.com. You can get the free download of Pop Singer if you like horror or if you just like the idea of conspiracy theories for fun. Go pick it up. And then let's get Rabbit's badass song, guys. Chris? I will see you on the flip side, man. Stay strong. Keep pushing.
Thank you for having me, man. I really appreciate it, brother.
Yeah, we're going to have you back on. October 8th, we're looking at this comic coming out, guys.
Right on.
And I'm going to say one other thing. And I don't mean this to sound like a curmudgeon or an angry dude. I'm not. Likes are great. Well wishes are great. But buying the book is the best way to support. And then review it. If you liked the book, give a positive review and let them use it for marketing. That's word of mouth is so powerful, guys, especially in the indie community. We don't have distribution deals. We don't have marketing firms. We don't have the name, the fame, and the fan base of big publishers like DC and Marvel or big artists like Bill Sienkiewicz or Mark Silvestri. It really all comes down to supporting each other that way and investing some money back into this industry. We work hard. Creators work really hard. Alfie Fruin right now is working hard at making his comic. He's busting his ass at his day job, which is actually a night job, so that he can pay for quality work to be done on his book. And he's drawing the book himself and writing it. So, yeah, I mean, people are working hard. You know, it's not just, we get to sit down and we get to play make-believe. There's a lot of work that goes into a comic book. There's a lot of detail. There's a lot of, crossing T's and dotting I's, and a lot of people to pay, and a lot of people to coordinate with, and a lot of deadlines and time frames, and marketing is so hard. So let's reward creators, guys. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right. Anything you want to say before we go?
No, just like I said, if nothing else, check us out on the social media platforms, because you can see a lot of yourself on there. You get a better idea if you like the material or not. There's always something new dropping, so just check it out. A
lot of people love the detail of the artwork, so
that's great.
Joe. So yeah, guys, support, okay? Chris, thanks for coming on, man. I will talk to you probably after this. All right. Tell Chaz we missed her, but we'll see her next time.
Oh, definitely. She'll be around.
All right. Be good.
All right, man. Bye.
All right. So that's Cristopher Elston with Flash Delirium LLC and his books Pop Singer and soon coming out Rabbit's Badass Song. Let's support, guys. Let's support. I do want to say also, Tragedy had a fantastic Kickstarter campaign. We had over $10,000, 226 backers. We have covers from Will Spatasio, Ian Churchill, Larry Stroman, Sean Chen, Chance Wolfe, Adelso Corona, Henry Martinez, Keith Williams, Ace Continuado, Shelby Robertson, Steph Wilson, Chris Mad, Jim O'Reilly. I mean, we got covers up the yin yang. And it's tough reaching a new audience. Indiegogo is funded, but it was a low goal, and it's a little stagnant. So I'm asking you guys to please, I don't expect anybody who pledged on the Kickstarter to want to buy the same book again, even if it's a different cover. And we do have Indiegogo exclusives and different covers and foil covers, etc., and variants and stuff like that weren't on the Kickstarter. But I understand not wanting to buy the same book again. But if you know anybody that missed out on the Kickstarter campaign, please let them know about the Indiegogo and let them pledge there. Please, let's get this book. I'm trying to get a good chunk of change because it's to help finish making book 1. Unfortunately, after printing and after Kickstarter fees and everything, as much as it seems like a lot of money, it's not. And it wasn't enough to finish the book, which I'm not complaining, just speaking factually. So if we can get at least reach $1,000 on this campaign, it would be a huge help to me affording the quality of book 2. And I'm just letting you all know, if you haven't bought Tragedy yet, please check it out. Everybody is saying that the writing is really good, that the quality of the book is solid, and the art is fantastic. I mean, I'm very proud of what I've done. So please, share it out. Let everybody know about the Indiegogo. Pledge. Maybe there's a cover you do like, even though you did the Kickstarter and you want to check it out. But if you don't want to, please just let somebody know who missed the Kickstarter. Let's help get it out there. I appreciate that. Tonight at 9 p.m., I'm going to be on with, and I think it's Rasco, not Roscoe P. Coltrane, speaking of trains. But I'm going to have Jerry Rasco, who's an artist, on at 9 p.m. He unfortunately got COVID. He's kind of locked up, quarantined in his studio, the poor guy. I mean, he's doing pretty well symptom-wise, but he obviously can't go out. He missed some conventions. So we're going to be doing a live art sale. And his art is really good. So we're going to do a live art sale. If you're a fan of art, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time tonight, I have Jerry Rasco on. We're going to sell some art. And he can even take commission requests if you like. All right? So come on out 9 p.m. here on his page. Jerry Rasco, art sale. Tomorrow, Creatorcon Q&A's regular episode at 9 p.m. I have Joe Tolliver, who is the owner-operator of Comics Cast, which is a live stream show, YouTube show, etc., that is big on helping indie artists and supporting the indie community. So come on out tomorrow and watch that. Saturday, I'm going to be on Peter Palmiotti's YouTube show, interviewing about Tragedy, about my art repping, about my live stream, and about my conventions. And lastly, a week from this Saturday is my Legendary Art Show. I have a convention, small convention, Saturday, August 28th. It's 10 to 5 p.m. with a $5 cash at the door admission. It's $8 if you want early bird at 9 a.m. We're doing portfolio reviews. We have Scott Hanna, Koi Pham, Keith Williams, Larry Stroman, Sean Chen, Rodney Ramos, Tony Cordos, Chris Batista, so many people. I know I'm forgetting, but some great names coming, over 30 artists. And we have Anthony's Comic Art, which is one of the biggest dealers, if not the biggest dealer in the tri-state area of original comic art. Published pages from hundreds of published Marvel and DC artists from all different eras, Silver Age and Golden Age and Bronze Age and Modern Age, etc. So it's an art lovers show, and it's $5 cash to get in. So what's your excuse? All right, guys. I'll see you at 9 p.m. I'm going to leave you with what I always leave you with. Be legendary and have fun storming the castle.